One of our own is dead. A black man, black like me. A man named Jordan. The name I gave my son. A New Yorker who struggled with tragedy, trauma, and mental illness. A man whose last words were a cry for help. A man named Jordan Neely.
The Manhattan District Attorney's Office confirming they expect to charge Penny with second-degree manslaughter in Neely's death.
I think that some people are going to be upset about this, that it wasn't more serious, and I think there are others who wish that they saw no charges at all. I think that this case is going to focus most on what happened in the train car, as opposed to the history of either the accused person or the decedent in this case.
Neely will be laid to rest at the Mount Nebo Baptist Church on May 19th, where Reverend Al Sharpton has been asked to deliver his eulogy.
Mayor Adams, man, he's up there saying, again, one of our own passed away. One of our own died. One of our own. A black man. Like me. So again, man, it's not a New Yorker. It's a black man. A black man like me passed away. Was killed. And again, man, it's not about love. It's not about anything like that, man. Again, it's about race. They are using that as a way to elevate themselves. Again, man, Mayor Adams, man, he understands exactly what is happening. Again, he better say the dog whistle. The racist dog whistle, man, black man like me. Again, man, that's what the problem is. And no, that's not what the problem is, Mayor Adams. And I believe you understand that. Again, you can sit there and say all you want, but there is a problem in this country with actual interracial violence. It's not white people upon blacks. It's black people committing violent crimes against whites. Set several times the rate. I think in 2018, the numbers of white people attacking black people, the violent crime stats of white on black crime were less than 60,000. The same year, almost 550,000 of black on white. So again, we have to actually look at what is really going on and what the real problem is. Because again, it's not what you say it is. It definitely is not. And people, again, like Mayor Adams, out there saying, one of our own, a black man like me. Again, could you imagine? And it is a real problem the other way around. There is a lot more black on white violent crime. A lot more. So it is probably the other way around. But could you imagine a white politician saying that? Could you imagine? Could you imagine the outrage? And he's racist. How dare you say something like that? And they'd be right. It would be a racist statement. That statement would not be right. It would not be proper to make. It would be divisive. Again, man, it would cause people to look at each other, other groups, with hate. Which is exactly what this is. Exactly. And of course, Mayor Adams, he understands this. They all do, man. But he's got to say what he's got to say because, again, man, he has to feed something to his folks. And white people that are involved with this, man, to believe that, white people, they need to take a back seat. They need to realize they've been so evil and everything. And I'm so sorry and blah, blah, blah. And again, those guys, I know quite a few, man, especially from the Northeast, man, these liberal leftists, Yeah, I mean, again, they're weak men. They're weak people. Again, white people need to start standing up. I'm not saying it all get violent. No, not at all. Again, white people do not need to get violent. No one does. But they need to start standing up and speaking up and saying, hey, look, no, that's wrong. That is wrong. Again, we don't say things like, one of our own, a black man like me. We don't say that. That is not responsible. That is something we don't do. Again, if you really want to get honest about things, right now there's a problem with black supremacy, not white. Again, there's a problem with black supremacy, but they want to make you think there's a problem with the white supremacy, but there's not. There's not. And again, man, white people need to start speaking up and saying, hey, look, man, that's not right. That is not right. Again, could you imagine the statement the other way around? It would be deemed horribly racist. And again, they'd be right. You know, again, it's divisive. It divides people into groups. Oh, you know, a black man like me or a white man like me. No. Again, man, it should be about man. But it's really not. It's really not. And again, man, it's just like this Daniel Penny situation, you know, and Jordan Ely. Again, if it were a white homeless person and a black Marine, how would it have played out? Well, again, man, you would never have heard of this. It would be a little blip in the newspaper. You know, a 20-second soundbite on the news. That'd be it. That would be it because, again, man, nobody would care. Will the guy be facing second-degree manslaughter? No, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Why? Because, again, man, nobody would be out there protesting and pressuring anyone to act. Again, man, because people will say, you know what, man, that's self-defense. He's defending himself and people in the train. You know, open and shut. Nobody would have said anything about it. But again, because he was white, and the guy that died was black, yeah, that was why. But again, man, people need to start, white people especially, need to start recognizing what is going on, what is happening within this country. And again, speak up without getting mad. You got to realize, man, there is something going on. It is wrong. But you also have to realize if you start getting mad and they will use that against you to take away rights. Again, man, if we get out there in the street and protest and yell and scream, and they will use that. Say, oh, look how violent they are. And they'll come after you. They'll come after guns. They'll come after. So again, avoid getting angry, but speak up. Say something.
You son of a